Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates, where the purple has engulfed this place as they are ready for a showdown. Today's matchup, a battle in the old North State, a contest between a pair of teams from the state of North Carolina. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a team from Conference USA, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Pirates will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lockett. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here's the handoff. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's got it again. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
We'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it to the right. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Got his man on the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the option. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to bring tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. The next guy, don't assume the tackle is going to be made.
They boot it away on 4th down. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. From the gun, running back gets the give. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. And the Pirates come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
Nice move there. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? The Blue Devils are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Duke. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Air Force is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 14 to Notre Dame. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
He's got it for a big play. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Pirates will have it 1st and 10. Going to the ground. Finds a little space. Brings it to the open. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Lockett. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the ground with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let it go. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Off the play fake. On the run, still looking. On the run, deep down the right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
East Carolina Pirates will take over. 1st and 10.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And some room to work. Hard running there. Picks up the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's just a really nice job by the running back making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the right. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Oh, they're after him. Let's it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. And the Pirates will line it up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Second down coming up.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Pocket breaking down. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going for it all. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's complete. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Tight end now in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
They'll move the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete.
Well, that one goes incomplete, and certainly the quarterback can help his receiver out a little bit by trying to slow him down or make a more accurate throw, but that didn't have a shot at staying in bounds.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Back to pass. Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Pirates. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
First and 10.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll try the run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. He'll take a deep shot here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Motion from the wideout. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. He's got it on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Punts it out of the air. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, ECU. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Blue Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to find another play.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got a man in the middle. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The play action fake. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And And that's the problem when you get in second and forever. The defense knows they make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll try the left side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
On the move. Can't get him to the ground. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Rushes on him. Fires it down the seam. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Here comes the speed on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Really great job of awareness by the defense that time. They found the ball. They found the jet sweep. And how about the speed, being able to corral the ball carrier, get him down for a short gain.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got a wide open receiver. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Trying play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. Going to try to get it himself. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The hand to the running back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He wants to change this route. Off play action. Here's a hit. Takes a hit as he fires.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Gonna let it fly, and the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Here we go. They'll try to run for it. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy you know you can execute in your sleep.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, East Carolina. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll keep it on the ground. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs, and that's a nice job.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that. So they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
After that incompletion on 3rd down, you're not quite in panic mode yet on offense, but the sense of urgency is really ratcheting up because you're down 2 possessions, not a lot of time left on the clock. You have got to find your best playmaker right here on 4th down. This could be the game. This is a play you absolutely have to make.
Here comes the heat. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Great place to start for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got a
touchdown, Purple Pirates! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab near the sticks. It's Lockett. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. 2nd down coming up. Wants to throw it. Right on target this time. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. It'll be 3rd and long. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.